Hi everyone, this is Daniel Cranston of the American Subbuteo Association. We're going to be talking about flicking technique and how to get a good foundation for flicking, and also what is illegal and some common mistakes that we do see from players at all levels. So first we're going to get into just common mistakes we see beginners make that are illegal flicks or just not a good technique to learn from. So the most common, when you first bring someone up to a table and they say, flick this, they say okay, and they go and put pressure behind their thumb and they flick it. But obviously that's illegal in Subbuteo. So what you need to do is you can't use your thumb as a baseboard to apply pressure on or to allow your index finger to hit it hard. You are allowed to use other fingers besides your index finger. There are some people that just play with their middle finger, but for the main goal is you want to focus on just using your index finger and not basing it off your thumb. And you have to use the nail of your finger. You can't use the back or the sides. So sometimes we'll see a lot of this, which is also illegal, and as well as this. If you need to go backwards, you're not allowed to. You have to use your nail. So you want to cross your hand over. So the main goal here for getting a foundation is you want to it's going to feel weird at first, but you don't want to just leave your finger out in no man's land. It's going to feel, you're not giving yourself much stability. It's going to be hard to replicate and be consistent. So what you really want to do when you're starting out is getting a good foundation. Usually most players like to put their wrist or palm of their hand down on the pitch. It gives them something to rest on. And usually you want to kind of bring your hand a little tight. You don't want to leave your hand super out like this by just putting your wrist down. You want to bring your hand a little more condensed. And that just allows you to be more flexible when you play, because a lot of times you also see if you go wide, like I just touched that player, that would count as my flick. So you have to be very careful of how you position your hand. So sometimes a more condensed style and foundation to build off of is going to help you in a lot more situations. So since my hand's a lot tighter, I can still flick normally, but if I flicked more like this with my hand very spread out, I'd be way more likely to touch an opposing figure or touch one of my own figures when I try to make tight flicks. So that's kind of the core. Just to highlight again, you want to make sure you're using your nail. You're not allowed to go backwards. Any touch of a figure counts as your flick when you're on offense. And you can't use your thumb as a baseboard. And also you're not allowed to flick the figure. You have to hit the base. So if there's a little flick and I just want to go like that, that's illegal. You have to make sure you're hitting the base to do the little touch-ups. So I think that covers most of the things. Really practicing and getting a good foundation for flicking is really important. It'll go a long way. I mean, we've all had to learn from a beginning player to more advanced players. We've gone through the ups and downs of bad flicking technique and improved from it. So definitely something to work on, and don't skip over it. Hope to see you soon. Check out the ASA site for additional content. Thanks.